Cher here, and it's finally come to this. Normally, when I do lists like these, I would be questioning why a certain genre sometimes gets a pretty bad rep amongst people, but unfortunately, with country, I kinda know why. It may not be the exact reason, but it's up there with some pretty bad things. With the country genre, there have been speculations that a lot of country stars are usually associated with a certain political party that has not been respected, especially since last year. And when it comes to some songs that, especially I have found while making this list, the lyrics may come off as sexist, racist, or homophobic, depending which audience they're trying to appeal to. And as I've said, I did find some songs that do relate to this speculation, but I also found other country songs that are just bad for the same reason that any pop song could be bad. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna head on over to the actually listing portion. And this is the top 13 worst songs in country of 2016.
I was fishing, he was wishing, we were kissing, I was getting madder than a hornet in an old Coke can.
You can tell this song was trying to be funny, but given the context of the situation, it's not. Right from the get-go, this girl straight up makes fun of this city boy who apparently dresses up like some of the frat boys at my college while they're going out to fish. I don't know who goes fishing on a first date, but then again, I'm not from the Midwest, so I should not be complaining. That's not the point, though. Throughout the entire time, this guy is trying to act suave and cool out in the middle of this lake, but the girl's not having it. So she ends up pushing him overboard. But throughout this whole time, I kept wondering, why did this girl say yes to going out with a cocky asshole? She could have said no if she knew this guy's uncool suaviness. But that wouldn't make this song interesting now, would it? Look, I'm sorry, but this song is definitely not trying when it comes to be comedic. It just makes this girl look vindictive because she thinks it's fun to trick these cocky twerps for her personal gain. There was just no purpose for this song at all.
She took down a photograph of our wedding day, ripped it down the middle and threw my half away, and I got...
This song is an example of one of those songs that try to tell a story, but it relies so much on the believe me vibe that it doesn't provide much substance.
So apparently his wife or girlfriend, I don't know, is angry with him, and the narrator, the singer of the song actually, is apologizing. Do we know why? Well, the song doesn't even explain.
What did you do to this chick to get her so mad at you? You don't even explain why that's the case. If you don't explain anything except it's your fault, you're making this woman who seems to be your ex-wife out to be a mad woman. What gives? Okay, to be fair, this song may be a song about a series of bad things that he's done to make his wife mad, and that could make a pretty good life lesson song. But normally, the first verse would consist of what is the meat of the story, which could include what went wrong in the relationship. If not, it's probably the chorus of the second verse. But that's not the case here. What this song consists of is his wife or girlfriend, I pretty much don't know at this point, damaging his property without reason, making her look like a psychopath. Trust me, if the real intention of the song was nobody to blame but me, they wouldn't make their woman to be such a crazy person, accidentally teaching the public that women should not be in power because they're dangerous human beings.
I don't believe that how the song went was how the song was originally intended, but you can definitely tell that this is gonna start a major pattern of bad songs as we continue on with this list.
You're getting over him, and I'm getting over her. The eyes have it, babe. Ain't gotta say a word. Misery loves company.
If we're gonna be honest with ourselves, I don't know anyone who has kept up with the Blake and Miranda drama. All we know is that Blake is with Gwen now because Miranda had abusive relationship, anger management, alcoholism problems. No one cares about Miranda Lambert in the process. Ever since they got divorced, I don't think anyone caused a stir in the People's magazine community, especially not in the now. Plus, for a breakup song, this is so bland that it's not even funny. It sounds like one of those songs that Blake Shelton has written so many times that he's just getting bored of it. What's more boring is that he's trying to be some sort of... or that the song is trying to tell some sort of revenge story where Blake is meeting some girl at the bar who just broke up with her boyfriend.
And now that I've actually done the research on connecting the song with Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's love life, it made me realize, wow, how this went down has to be one of the most shallow moments in anybody's possible life. And I proved that just by listening to this one song alone.
Look, Blake, just be blunt. If you're going to write a song about Gwen getting together with you after she's splitting from her husband, just do it already. Don't make it sound like this was any girl in the world because you know it's not.
Now you're in the drive, I'm a wreck inside as you walking through that door. You look like I need a drink right now.
So, did they break up or did they not?
I hate these songs. They make you think the story is going in one direction, but it does a plot twist without some sort of explanation. But that's not what annoys me. What angers me more is that for 3 minutes and 22 seconds, I have to listen to this guy's whiny voice, whether he thought this girl was breaking up with him or not, and writing a song about, hey, I'm not liking where this is going, so I'm just gonna be drinking my ass off because beer equals country, am I right? This song just makes me cringe. I can't stand the message or the sound of it. Not by a long shot.
When I think of beach songs, I think of two things. One, having this tropical Hawaiian/Caribbean vibe where it's meant to keep you relaxed. Or B, it's meant to be fun, party type where it's finally summer and you can actually go outside and do things that you can't do in any other season. This song has absolutely none of that.
Bet you think I'm sitting at home? No. Bet you think that I'm all alone? No. Bet you think I'm missing you and wishing you would call my phone? Hell no.
Let's see, a bitter moving on song trying to incorporate beach vibes at their dullest. Yep, still not feeling it.
I thought this song was not entertaining just as it was, but if you really want to see how half-assed it really is, go check out the music video. Now that reminds me of some stupid Adam Sandler movie. Actually, now that I think about it, this song would be perfect for a stupid Adam Sandler movie. Just not as a country radio song.
Man, I ain't slept in a week.
You're telling me.
Like Saturday nights out on the town, Sunday morning coming down, a pretty girl out on the dance floor spinning.
So this guy pulled off a rapper tactic and completely made the song not what the intentions of the title were. I mean, this would make sense if he wrote a song about, oh, if you were a real man and loved Jesus, you wouldn't be spewing out Bible verses and doing bad things on the side. That's fine with me. I don't care. Probably wouldn't turn out fantastic, but at least it would match what it's going for. But no. This song is talking about what real men are supposed to do in general. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but if you listen to the lyrics, it comes off very sexist, and surprisingly, it's not towards women, but it's towards men. I'm not trying to make this sound like he's listing off manly men stereotypes, but that's kinda how it's panning out. Like I said, I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose, but it's definitely not helping his case.
What you doing in this place?
Well, I could probably ask you the same thing.
I'm not gonna state the obvious because this song clearly starts with these two probably wanting to get drunk, but the part that baffles me is that what inspires the chorus is the need to take pictures of each other and sending them to their exes that they're going to have drunk sex with each other. Why is that necessary? There was no mentioning of breakups in the verse. Why did that have to be said? This is not Closer by the Chainsmokers, and even that song is not that great. Maybe I'm being picky at this point, but story-wise, it just makes no sense.
Hey girl, you know what you've been missing? Me.
I didn't know country needed an I'ma fuck your chick song, but I guess it sure did because this exists.
I should never diss rap for its horrible messages again after this one. Does that mean I'm gonna start giving credit for songs that don't deserve it exactly? Hell nah!
Smile, the charm, the words, the spark, everything, you had it. Guess I had a naive heart.
Look, I'm all for breakup songs about guys who are complete jerkwads and all, but comparing a guy to Peter Pan is a tad bit harsh. I've read up on as much source material on Peter Pan as I could in my lifetime, and to compare a very immature boyfriend to a fictional character who's supposed to represent the goodness and some immature spirit of childhood is not exactly an insult. I can tell Kelsey's supposed to be frustrated at best in this song, but calling your boyfriend Peter Pan is not exactly the worst thing to call somebody, if you know what I mean.
So maybe a Peter Pan guy is not the type of guy she's after. I get it. I think we all get it. There's a certain stigma when it comes to the maturity of the male and female species, and it's been kind of proven everywhere that women seem to mature sooner, for the most part, than men. I can even, prove it with my mother and my dad. We all can understand that. However, with this song in particular, there is one line in it that kind of pisses me off.
And you don't know what you lost, boy. Too busy chasing stars.
Though that might be the case for the boyfriend she's talking about at hand, but when you're putting it into the literary context, Peter Pan did know who he was, and yes, though he had moments where he had to learn things, he never stopped being himself for any benefit of others or for himself. Yes, Peter Pan is a cocky character, but he was still a considerate person. The boy that Kelsey is describing in her song is clearly not that type of person. This song would have been so much better if Kelsey just called the kettle black and rips the boy to shreds instead of trying to demean a character who has become a huge staple in the literary culture. If Kelsey had gone for a more immature character, Tom Sawyer or Huck Finn would have done justice. Peter Pan, not so much.
And in short, yes, this is my way of countering Todd in the Shadow's point of saying that this song in particular is way better than Lost Boy by Ruth B. But when you really look into it, no it isn't.
I'm not going to waste much time on this one because it's clear that this song was really trying to pander against women for choosing a man they actually care about instead of a bum who didn't do anything right by her. So I'm just gonna leave it off by doing this.
That town, that job, that guy, you can leave him behind. Girl, you know you better than that.
Go fuck yourself!
You don't throw any t-shirt on and walk to a bar. She don't.
I first heard about this song while watching a top 20 worst songs of 2016 video from ARTB. And thinking about it, I agree with what he pretty much said. What do you know if it's different for girls or not? Believe it or not, it's not the 1950s anymore, Bentley. Girls and guys can deal with heartbreak just the same, thank you very much. What makes it even sadder is that one of my favorite female singers got trapped to do a duet with this moron.
She won't call, just a curse from the wall. She can punch when the going gets tough. Yeah, the guys that can just that tough.
Yeah, when you have songs that are mostly about this, there is clearly something wrong.
This is the point that my friends and others have been making about country music, and honestly, I don't blame them. I don't think I have ever been anywhere that someone said that girls and guys dealt with problems differently. Honestly, that wouldn't be me as a parent either. We're all human beings, are we not? We all cry, we all feel pain, we all need a shoulder to cry on. We don't need a song that's trying to make girls look like wimps and boys to try to keep their emotions inside because we're already trying to fix that as a society.
Her mailbox is 7 minutes from mine, and I drive into town sometimes and I see her sitting there with him. And I wanna jump out, I wanna fight, I wanna say that guy, but I can't.
A little dramatic, aren't you, Sam?
Yeah, I'm from a small town too, and if people who act up when they found out their lover moved on to one of their friends is about to do something stupid, and the people who act up when they found out their lover moved on to one of their friends, they do something to the point that the police actually come into the school and arrest them firsthand. And you care about this subject a little too much to be writing a song about it. Especially now, since you're married.
I understand that heartbreak songs are never going to die. Just like how true love songs are never gonna die, there's always gonna be heartbreak no matter what. We all get it. However, what makes or breaks a breakup song or heartbreak song, nonetheless, is how you take the concept into a story. It can go from pretty cliche and cheesy, but that could also work, to something downright stalkerish. And that's definitely where this song has taken a turn into. Overall, I'm just sick and tired of artists trying to do characters that apparently they can't accomplish because their messages are really taking this the wrong way. Yes, Sam Hunt, I'm still looking at you.
And now, it's time for honorable mentions.
Got a hold of my boots. I gotta watch where I spit every time I chew. And by this time tomorrow, I'll be singing yesterday. The sunshine's gonna fade, and we can't stop it. You were in my t-shirt, right there. Your hair messed up like a Guns N' Roses video. Strictly out of curiosity, what would happen if you got with me? Kissing you would hit the spot with me. Come and skip a couple rocks with me. She put the low and blow. She put a big F you in my future. Yes, she's got a way She's got a way with words.
I'm having a 2 Chainz' birthday moment. How hard is it to either A, have the title match the lyrics or the message of the song, or B, coming up with a title that can best match the message that the song is trying to present? Apparently, it's super difficult, and this song is no exception to the stigma.
Light up the night and let it burn. Lean back and watch the sundown. They do what I do and life's a little sideways.
Before I move on, I just want to quickly look up the definition of confession, so it'll prove my point to what's happening. Confession. A formal statement of admitting that one is guilty of a crime, an admission or acknowledgement that one has done something that one is ashamed or embarrassed about.
In the darkness on the edge of town, a little lost, a little found, waiting on a call from an angel.
Nope, that's not the case. Is there anything else? A statement setting out essential religious doctrine. In short, a statement of one's principles. Ah, now that's where the problem lies.
You can tell that this song, after reading those definitions, that it's trying to do both, to an extent. It sets up a setting which relates to country's principles, which is more about geography facts and anything else. And the story is kind of trying to go for a I have sin vibe, but it doesn't explain what this guy did wrong to reveal a confession. He just describes how he's lost in everything. Lost with what? It doesn't say because it still wants to stick with those cliche country lyrics. Usher wrote 2 parts of Confession, and at least he wrote those 2 songs right. So in order to do a confession song correctly, they either had to actually do a confessional story, or they could have gone the cliche, this is the confession of the country lifestyle vibe. They could have done either of those, but they didn't. They just wrote a song that sounds extremely unfinished. Now, I bet you country lovers are thinking, there's gotta be a part 2 that would make some sense.
Spoilers, no there is not.
At least I can give other songs on this list credit that they followed through with their stupid stories, but this song's like the most untrying piece of music I've ever listened to in my life. The instrumental sounds like it's trying, but the lyrics are definitely missing the mark on something. Look, Florida Georgia Line, I'm trying to give you the credit that you deserve because you had a song on my other list that made it. But you're not making this the easiest job in the world. You're really not. I gotta give credit where credit is due, but when there's rarely credit due, what am I supposed to say?
So I hope you guys enjoyed this little, joyride overall, and I thank you for bearing with me, especially since my timing for getting these special yearly videos out has not gone to plan whatsoever. I actually had fun making these because it's really interesting on finding new genres and actually how to present them by still finding their original purpose of existence. And that was pretty cool for me. And along with this country list, I don't think I'm gonna do it by, any specific year. This is probably gonna be a yearly thing, if I possibly can. Or if it's still interesting to me or not. But if you guys are really pushing for me to do a certain country year that was either really good or really bad, I would really like to look into that, and I will put it into consideration. So if you liked this video, I'd appreciate it that if you get it a little like. And if you guys are interested in more of my content, you could check it out on my channel. And also, for some catching up to do, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Cait, Cher, and it's been real. Ciao!